This is Into the Fire.
I take enormous pleasure in welcoming to Into the Fire the midfield beast, the contested champ, the hard-working machine, a guy who's rocketed up the draft order this year, and for great reason, Angus Sheldrick. Nice to meet you, Angus.
Nice to meet you too, LJ. Pleasure to be on the show.
Thanks for coming on today, Angus. You had an exam this morning. Who seriously is expected to do an exam on Saturday morning? That's harsh. What was the exam like, and how do you think you went?
Yeah, so it was the English exam. So there's like three sections to it. There's comprehending, responding, and then composing. And yeah, I think I went okay. It was obviously long. It's 3 hours, so you got to be concentrated for a fair bit of time. But yeah, hopefully I went all right.
Yeah, it's good. School's important.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're an outstanding player. What has brought you to this point? And have you always been part of WA squads? And did you play any other sports growing up?
I haven't always been a part of WA squads. This was my first state footy team, the 19s. Yeah, I got injured last year. I broke my collarbone, so I only played 2 or 3 games. So it probably put an end to my season pretty quickly. And I worked hard for my season last year, but obviously it was cut short due to COVID, and then cut even shorter because of my collarbone. So I didn't really get to prove much. But then this year I had a pretty big off season, did all the extras, and yeah, it's paid off up to this point. Still a fair bit to go, but yeah, it's paid off pretty well. And then yeah, younger sports when I was younger, I used to play a bit of everything. So at the start of this year, I stopped playing water polo. So I played water polo for the school and club. I used to swim competitively. I played hockey, tennis, yeah, pretty much everything. And then now it's just footy and just focusing on that.
Yeah, busy schedule back then?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Now, you're a left-footed midfielder and a major attribute for any player to be able to swing on the trusty left. I can only imagine the advantage of being a lefty. Do you have any left-footers in the AFL you keep a close eye
on? Yeah, I think I like the way like Zach Merritt and Bontempelli sort of kick the ball. A lot of people say I kick the ball pretty similar to Merritt, so he's probably, in terms of kicking, someone I like to model my game off.
Yeah, amazing player. Now, you're an absolute bull. You love the contested possession and you don't mind the odd tackle, do you? AFL clubs love that and need that when getting first hand on the ball is so important. Is that your number one attribute?
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, being clean and being able to get first hands on the ball and inside. Yeah, it's probably always been, ever since I was a young kid, like my forte, I guess, and something that I've always been able to rely on to win my own ball. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to develop my outside game as of like this year. I think that's improved a lot. But yeah, I think probably will always be my one would probably, yeah, the inside ball.
Yeah, got lots of attributes. That's good.
Yeah.
You had your season derailed last year with a shoulder injury. That must have been frustrating. Did you have any surgery? And how's the shoulder now?
Yeah, so it was a broken collarbone. So it happened in like a bump in like round 3 of last year. Yeah, so I did need surgery. So I had surgery and I had about 6 screws and a plate put along my collarbone to strengthen it. And then I had another surgery at the start of this year to get all the plates out. So yeah, it was a pretty frustrating time, I guess, not being able to play last year. But I think I've become more motivated than ever, like coming out of it and just wanting to prove myself this year. So I mean, that's a positive I can take out of it, I guess.
Yeah, sounds like it hurt.
Yeah.
Now, yeah. Now, this year, you've really shown in the Colts how impressive you are, averaging over 26 possessions a game and nearly 5 tackles a game. You must have been happy with how your games have gone.
Yeah, I have been. So obviously I haven't been able to play all the Colts games because I'm a PSA boy, which is a private school sort of competition in Perth. So that's where I've played like some games, and that takes priority over Colts footy, and you have to play for your school. So that was awesome this year, being able to play with like my best mates, and yeah, that was really good. But then when I've been able to go back to Colts, I've been pretty pleased with how I've been able to perform, and yeah.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah.
Talking of the Colts, you're playing finals at the moment and won the elimination final against East Perth by 41 points. Now, great players play great in big games. Best on ground is that. You led from the front, amassing 24 disposals and a massive 12 tackles. Which team's year are you going to wreck next, mate?
Oh, I wouldn't say wreck. I mean, finals are always pretty hard games, but yeah, we've got Swans tomorrow, and if we win that game, we'll go through to the grand final. So yeah, my focus is on that pretty heavily. That and exams, they're both important. But yeah, at the moment, I'm focusing on that game, and hopefully we get up, and I think we should. I'm pretty confident, but yeah, I guess we'll see this time tomorrow whether we did or not.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Now, you were also third best for the WA team in the champs against my SA boys. You love the big stage, don't you? It must have been great to get out there with not only the best in your state, but pitting yourself against players like Horn and Draper.
Yeah, it was super good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a great experience. It was a high level. It was a super fast game, and yeah, it's something I'll probably cherish for a long time. And yeah, it was a great experience to play against those big names, and yeah, it was good to get the win as well.
Yeah, sounds like an amazing experience.
Yeah, it is. It is. It was super.
Yeah. Now, you're an accumulator, a great left foot, love to tackle, an inside mid who gives his team first use, a guy who puts the ball in dangerous spots and drives the ball forward all day. These are huge attributes necessary to make it to the next level. What are the areas of improvement you're focusing on now?
Yeah, so probably with my coaches and just people that have given me feedback, it's probably been at the start of the year, just giving first option was something I really focused on. I think that's gotten a lot better, like not getting caught holding the ball. And I think, yeah, that's sort of a rarity in my game to get holding the ball now, which has been a super big improvement from like last couple of years. And then probably just my running as well, just being able to run out games, get fitter. And I think that's probably similar for all the boys. Like nobody's at like an AFL standard fitness at under 18 level. So you got to work hard and try and get your aerobic capacity up.
Yeah, and there's always something to improve on, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. How do you handle all the speculation leading into the draft, mate? Considering you're a lot of clubs' radars, so do you think about it much?
Yeah, I actually don't. I try not to. Obviously, you get some of your some friends like asking you about it and stuff, but I think I've been pretty good to just focus on the week to week game. And I mean, if you play well each week, that gives yourself every opportunity. Thinking about it and sort of stressing over it doesn't really help anyone. So, the best thing you can do is just focus on each game. And I mean, that's really all you can do. Just put your best foot forward and mainly win. I guess that's the main thing for me, just winning each game.
Yeah, it must be difficult not to look at it every now and then, though.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's difficult. Obviously, it's sort of in the back of your head that it's a possibility, but yeah, I try not to get too carried away.
Yeah. Rob Wylie, Waffle legend, coached you and told clubs to draft you. That must have felt good that someone held so high went into bat for you.
Yeah. So Rob's been my coach for the last 3 years at school level, and I've had a lot to do with him. And yeah, it was pretty flattering to like sort of hear those words, I guess. And yeah, I was super stoked. I actually called him after I saw that that like news thing came out, and yeah, we just spoke, and he sort of gave me a few more pointers heading into the last couple games, and just told me to keep enjoying my footy. And yeah, Rob's been the biggest influence on my footy, and yeah, I can't thank him enough.
Yeah, sounds like an amazing guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Now, there's a big chance after the draft that you may need to move away from home. How does that sit with you?
Yeah, I think I'd be pretty okay with moving away from home. Obviously, you'd miss your family. I think everyone would, but I've always been a relatively independent guy, and yeah, I think I wouldn't struggle too much with finding a new home. And I think the idea of moving to Melbourne and playing like in front of the Melbourne crowds and would be awesome. But I'd be happy to move anywhere. But yeah, it wouldn't faze me too much, I don't think.
Yeah, that's it. Now, Angus, what team do you barrack for and who's your favourite player?
So I always used to be Luke Hodge, and I used to love the Hawks because he played for them. But ever since he retired, I sort of wouldn't say I'm a die-hard fan for any team. I just like watching a good game. But yeah, in Perth, I like to go to the Freo games, and I'm probably more of a Freo guy than I am a Eagles guy. But yeah, deep down, I'd say I'm still probably a Hawks supporter, and I love the Hawks.
Did you like them before the grand finals or after?
Bit before because Hodge was playing well, but yeah, obviously that little bit of success, all my mates used to sort of say I was just hopping on the bandwagon, but it was mainly just because Hodge used to play for them and I used to love him.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Couple of quick, easy questions to help with getting you used to weird questions club can ask. If you had to describe yourself as a superhero, who would you be?
A superhero. I wouldn't say I'm too well rehearsed on all the superheroes there is, but probably someone like Batman or someone like that. I'm not too sure why, but I think he's a pretty big superhero.
Yeah, not too bad. Earns a lot of money.
Yeah.
You have a romantic date? Where do you take them?
A romantic date. Probably down to the beach at sunset, I'd say. That's probably the most romantic thing I can think of.
Yeah, that's nice. Choose which show would suit you. Big Brother, Bachelor, or Survivor?
Survivor, I think. Yeah, I'd like to go on Survivor.
Yeah, that'd be my pick too.
Yeah.
If you had to do another sport, what would it be?
Probably water polo. I think
I
used to play that. It was probably the most recent sport I played. So yeah, playing water polo would probably be my next sport, I'd say.
Yeah, pretty good at it.
Yeah, I was all right. Yeah.
Now, Angus, you do love to run forward, and although you haven't kicked a bag, you do hit the scoreboard. I was thinking maybe the reason you aren't kicking a heap of goals is because you don't have anything to push you. I mean, all you need is a celebration to look forward to, and then the goals will rain down. So you can have mine, mate. Yeah. Into the fire.
Yes. If I score one tomorrow, I'll be sure to do that.
All right, maybe tell all your friends.
Yeah, I will.
I really thank you, mate, for coming on to my show. You're a legend, and I can't wait to see which lucky club calls your name out, buddy.
Thanks a lot, LJ. Talk soon.
Awesome to chat, mate.